says, and you are speaking without a microphone on. Okay, I'll try. But your mic is not on. You are speaking without a mic on. But I can hear you. Yes, I was saying 2 schools of thought.
I speak on my mic.
Good, now that's good, it's better. There are those who are saying, let's just approve this and go with it. Fine. But there are those who are saying, yes, let us look at it and subject it to interrogation. Because that is our fundamental role. Is there anything that we can add to it or detract from it? We are doing this on behalf of people who are also going to audit us. But we are not giving them the means to audit us. This is the problem. Because you are not being audited, that is why you just want to rush and do things as you want. This thing has been lying down since December 2019. We only need just few days, few weeks to look at it. The next session is soon here. So what is the problem? What is the loss? My colleagues, the biggest project for food security in this country and for poverty eradication is Jahal Pachar. What can you show for it? Tell me. What can you show for Jahal Pachar? Do you want us to just be going like that? Is it the first time that we are having a loan with concession? Concessionary loan? No. We have been having this for 55 years. We have been having this. It has not solved our problem. Nobody is saying no. Don't agree with this. It's good. It's investment in the productive sector, but you must look at it critically. The fact that you have nothing to show for Jahal raises fundamental question. He was raising that question, problem management. And he also is talking about the problem of management. What do you want to do to make that more critical in running projects of this nature? There is no project in this country, madam, since 1965, which has lasted. They have all died. Why? We should raise questions about projects. We have been approving projects here, ratifying projects here, but where are they? Once the project finishes, it dies. Why? Projects are not meant to die. They are meant to last, to serve. How do we make them sustainable? Projects cannot make themselves sustainable. The aftermath of it is what is going to make it sustainable. What do you do to make that a possibility? These are the fundamental questions and issues that we have to address when we look at these type of things. What do we do when the project dies, when the project phase finishes? We must have the means. We must have established or concretized the means to make it survive, to serve the purpose for which it has become into this country. So that's what people are simply saying. Let us subject this document. No one will convince me that you have gone through this and you have comprehensively digested everything here. I have done it. I spent the whole night yesterday, but I have not been able to do it. And there is nobody here who has done that. Tell me, honestly speaking, there is nobody here. We are not supposed to just come and deal with documents like that. You have cited section 112, conscience and in the national interest. You have not digested this and you say you are treating it with conscience and national interest in the national interest. I question that. It is not true. So there is nobody here who is saying, no, don't approve it. But we say, approve it to make it effective. Approve it to make it effective. Let us run away from all these niceties. The concession is about 89 point something. Yeah, what? And so what? You have heard that before. But they have all died, they have all disappeared. If you cannot be convinced that Jahal, which is the mother of all projects in this country, has died, and we have not evaluated, we have not even questioned the reasons why it has died. Nema has come. Somebody is saying this is to strengthen or reinforce. Where is Nema? What do you have to show for Nema? What do you have to show for it? I would like to hear from you, the chairperson of agriculture. Show me, tell me what you have to show for it. Madam, and Honorable Minister, you are talking about increasing productivity. Two fundamental questions are to be addressed here. First, the question of land. He has raised it. And two, the land that we are cultivating is dead. How do you make it to live again? Where are you thinking to have the land necessary for this implementation of this project? Here, for me, you've mentioned regions, you've mentioned areas, villages. But these are all issues to be addressed. And then you talked about tidal irrigation during the dry season. Technically, how effective is tidal irrigation during the dry season? How effective? And then you also talk about capacity building in many places. So I want you to tell me. In one place you say, this is in page 6. Page 6b, paragraph B, you are talking about financing 3 types of capacity building integrated, talking about capacity development of FOs, that is farmer organizations. And then if you go to page 8D, you are also talking about strengthening apex farmer organizations. These are all training. Why are all not compounded in one place? Seems to be a repetition. Now, to conclude, madam, I don't want to speak today. But you see, honestly speaking, we must be honest with ourselves. With all the projects that have been running in this country, Jahal included, you are told that up till now, 80% of the rice we consume is imported. I know what this is a very serious matter. 80% of the rice after Jahal, after all the rice projects, there were many rice projects since 1960s. The Chinese, the Taiwanese were the first to start these projects here in the 60s. One of them even died. His monument is there at Sankulekula. Since then, up till now, 80% of what we consume in rice is imported. The only remember for Nyamina minority leader was saying when he was a kid, the rice imported was so bad that when they smelled it, they wouldn't want to eat it. And he said that the rice we are eating now, it means that the time he was young, probably there was more rice. But the consumption rate of rice at that time is lower than what it is today. Much lower than what it is today. So that is why your importation has gone up. So what you were smelling as bad is what we are now considering as excellent, and you are eating. So this is it. So when are we going to stop this type of situation? The more we put into, we run projects to do away with food insecurity, the more insecurity we go into. Why? This is what we have to evaluate, my dear colleagues. What do we do to change that fundamentally? Unless that changes, we will go nowhere. And if we have not the means to develop what we do after the project phase is gone, for the project to survive, let's call it goodbye. These are the things that we need to subject this document. These are very, very detailed documents, very comprehensive. But I was surprised when they said there is an emergency meeting. What is it? It's loan. And this document should have been made available. If they knew they were going to call for an emergency, this thing should have been made available weeks before. Weeks! You don't take us for a ride. This National Assembly cannot be taken for a ride. We are not supposed to just come and do things like that, just run with it. No! We are supposed, this is the place where everything being done in this country is subject to thorough and critical questioning. That is why people rely on this assembly for all that. So that is why we should not take anybody to take us for a ride. They must give us the document and we must have sufficient time to deal with them and deal with them honestly in the interest of our people. If we don't do that, we are failing our people. Thank you.
Thank you.